Hi guys, thanks so much for tuning into this video. I am Theo and I have a question for you. What if you could build your perfect man? No, I'm not talking about physical. Stop being so shallow. What are the character traits, philosophies, ideologies you would love to have in your man? Like, what are the things that get your brain instantly turned on? Cause baby, I've had 31 years to perfect this list, so you're gonna hear mine. But I'd also like to hear yours. Drop a comment or two and let me know what things turn you on about men that has you floating on cloud nine. So what inspired this video was actually a list I created for my therapist a couple years ago. And two reasons why I made that list was A, I really wanted to put words and tangibility behind the things that I wanted in a potential partner. And secondly, I wanted to create a more positive mindset of what men could offer in a healthy, fun connection. So in no particular order, let's get into it. My top 10 turn-ons as a gay man. Okay, y'all, so my first turn-on is reading. I love to read. Like, self-help, fiction, young adult, anything informational. I love to read. I like to read articles. I just love learning and just absorbing information, and I love fiction when somebody's taking you on a ride and you get to use your imagination. So a man that reads, ooh, baby, a man that reads is everything. That energy, it just excites me, it turns me on, it gives me everything I need when a man reads. And when he can recommend me a book, when he can recommend me a good book, Lord, and we can talk about a book. I've never been on a date before or met a guy where we talked about a book. So we kind of do book clubs together, like, y'all, a man that reads, top tier, okay? Because y'all, I've met guys that don't read, and it's hard for me to ever get to a place where I'm like, I can really lean into this relationship just because reading is such a component of my life. I need a man to want to read casually, leisurely sometimes. Not all the time. I know some people don't feel like they have the time to read, but I definitely get super turned on by a man that reads, and honestly, it's kind of a deal breaker for me. A while back, I saw this TikTok or this tweet, and it was like, if you go to somebody's house, if you go to hook up and there is no bookshelf, you need to leave. And I liked it or commented because I'm like, I agree. Like, I need to see that bookshelf, baby. I need to see what that mind is doing with them books, okay? On to the next one. I think this is kind of like branching off of reading, but I love a man that can get into some deep conversation, like some real deep conversation. We can get deep, talk about spiritual philosophy, kind of like the way the world is, kind of like the way we grew up, the way our thoughts are, like a man who can be self-critical and self-aware and really talk about those things and really be observant of the world and really talk about that. That turns me on so freaking much. A man that can get lost in conversation and lost in good conversation. And a man that can have healthy conflict. We can actually disagree on a topic, but we can talk about different perspectives and different sides. Woo, I'm just getting excited talking about it right now. Like, OMG, like, no, but deep conversation. I am a big person, you know, I am low-key into philosophy, anthropology, things like that. And I love history. And like I said, I love reading, so I just love talking about the things that I hear about. I love talking and having deep conversation about the way the world works, philosophies, why people do the things we do, questioning the way that humans move and stuff like that, or questioning just, I don't know, just life in general. I think is really dope, and to kind of dive a little bit deeper and have that depth to it is just so hot. It's so sexy. It's everything, okay? Next one is really big for me, like, and this is like a whole mindset ideology that turns me on. Is someone that is like open-minded, but also in the sense of like likes to try new things, has an adventure mindset. Like, that is so hot. Like, somebody that wants to just try things and be out there and be open to things, even if it's something they never thought they would do, be open to try, to be open to go to different places, be open to do things and plan things and do stuff that they never thought they would even imagine doing. I think that's super hot. I think that's super sexy, and I just think that's just like that's just a dope character trait to have as a human. Like, you only live once and the world is so vast, why not explore it? Like, I definitely think that an exploration energy, especially in a man that doesn't want to be complacent, a man that wants to see the world, just to see and explore and expand and to just soak in what the world has to offer. I think that is just such a great character type for anybody, but definitely for my future man. Okay, so next up is foodie. I love food. I love trying new foods. I love all different types of foods. I am a big food person, and when I travel, I like to try new foods. But even in Los Angeles, when I was in New York, I love trying new restaurants. I'm big on that. I'm big on eater infatuation. Like I'm that person. So it is super, super sexy, a man that likes food and appreciates food and cooking. I do think it's sexy for a man to cook and all that. I love to cook, but just somebody who appreciates good food and likes good food and is willing to try new things when it comes to food, because I've gone on dates with guys before that'll be like, only like American food, or I don't like ramen, or I don't like Korean barbecue, I don't like Thai food. Like, no, I want somebody who likes all, like, and everybody's gonna have their different things they like, but I'm really turned on by somebody who really just has a knack for different flavors, different seasons, different types of food, and trying new things when it comes to their mouth. That is so hot, so sexy. And somebody who can actually cook and bring that back to the kitchen, that's even a plus. But definitely somebody who we can go dine together, turn up together, try new things together when it comes to food, baby. Because I love to eat, and I want my man to love to eat, and I want us to love and appreciate some fucking food. Okay, next up is one that, yes. So I love a thrill seeker. Like, I love somebody that's willing to seek out some wild thrills. I've skydived before. I want to bungee jump one day. I want to skydive in Miami. I want to skydive in Dubai. Like, I want to do some crazy shit in my life, and I think it's so cool for someone else to be like that. I think men that like to take adventures or like to do crazy stuff like that, I think that's super, 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 super sexy. I think it's super, super attractive to be somebody that wants to seek thrills and that's open and seeking thrills. I love roller coasters. I'm a roller coaster enthusiast. I will get on the highest roller coaster at any amusement park. So that type of like fear-based stuff, I love that shit. I'm a huge Amazing Race fan. I love that show because they have to do the wildest things when they are in these other countries. So definitely a thrill seeker is something I think is super hot, is super sexy, and yes, turn me on, turn me up with that. So this is probably not a shocker if you guys have been following me on TikTok, and if you've been subscribed to my YouTube. I'm a very pro-black person, so it really turns me on when somebody is very pro-black. Like, I'm pretty sure if I was back in the civil rights era, I would have had such a crush on Malcolm X and Martin Luther King Jr. because they were just so pro-black. And just living now with the media and just the constant push still against blackness, I just think it's so cool to see a black man that is pro-black. I feel like, unfortunately, I'm actually reading a book right now about black men and masculinity, and it just shows how, like, black men are one of the races of men that really were influenced by white people to be anti-black. And it all makes sense why, but I just really think it's hot for a black man, especially to have overcome that and be pro-black. I even think it's sexy when other races are pro-black. I still think we are such a marginalized group that it just warms my heart and turns me on. No matter the race, if a guy is pro-black and it's genuine, I think that is super, super attractive and super sexy, but I really, 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 really love it when a black man is pro-black and when a black man shows love for his community, when a black man shows up and speaks out and shows love for his community. Because I've gone on a lot of dates and I've connected with a lot of black men that are not pro-black. They may be black and all that, but they are anti-black or they're anti their community, and I just think it's so sexy and attractive to be on that energy that is pro-black. Like, I am a big James Baldwin fan. I just think that's the energy you need to be on when it comes to blackness if you are a gay man up in my sphere, up in my space, because that turns me on like crazy. This is a little bit similar to being pro-black, but feminism. I am so attracted to a man that is pro-women and that's a feminism and that believe women are equal human beings and that women should have autonomy over their bodies and autonomy over their lives and that women should be equal in all senses of the word. So I definitely think that a man being a feminist is just so freaking cute. It's just everything, because it just shows to me that you see everyone as a human being, and you don't, even though we still have privilege as being a man, you still acknowledge that there's things that we still need to offer women and that things that women need and the way we need to protect women. So I just think that's super, super attractive. Honestly, that's a deal breaker for me. I could never be in a relationship with a dude that is anti-women, and I've gone on a lot of dates, sadly, with gay men that are misogynistic, but it couldn't rock for me. I need a man to know, even when we make mistakes as men being misogynistic, to know where we went wrong, and I think that's just so attractive for a man to be on the right side of that. Okay, y'all, this one, like, woo! This one is, I love a nerd. I love a nerd, man. When a dude is nerdy, especially when he has a sex appeal to him and he's nerdy, oh my God, anime, manga, comic books, Marvel, video games, all of that. I'm a fan of all of that, you know, Marvel, I go in and out. But anime, manga, video games, even one of my brother reads comics books and he be putting me on comic books, and somebody that likes to read like fiction books and things like that, sign me up. It's super hot. Like, talk dirty to me with some comic books, with some manga, with some anime, with some Attack on Titan. Like, give it to me. Let's play Final Fantasy together. Let's play some Kingdom Hearts. Like, let's do the damn thing, okay? Like, that is gonna have me, woo, that's gonna have me on one. It really is, it really is. This one might be kind of corny, but I think it's so sexy when a man really likes to take care of his home and his space. Like, when he really appreciates where he lays his head. Like, I think that is just, ooh, I'm really into like having a clean home and decorating and things like that. And I just think it's the guys that I've gone on dates with, and that when you go to their apartment, it's decorated and they have flowers and it smells good and all that, like, instant panty dropper. Like, that makes me want to drop the panties. Like, I just feel like, you know, that just shows me that you really have a respect for your home, you have respect for your space, you have respect for guests when they come to your space, and also it means you have a knack for like home decor and home things. I love home decor. I love candles. I love flowers. I love things like that. I buy myself flowers every single week. I have so many candles. Every time I go to TJ Maxx, Marshalls, any place like that, bro, I get candles. I love smell good. So I'm that girl. So that stuff, oh my God, it turns me on so much. Like, has me, woo, that. So a man that respects his home, decorates his home, keeps his house clean, respects that stuff, I'm here for it all day. Lastly, this one is more of kind of like a philosophy, ideology, I guess, is someone who is effortlessly funny and someone who does not take life too seriously. Like, I have a huge sense of humor. I love to laugh. My family, we've always been like that. We like to crack jokes. We like to laugh, but in a positive, fun way. And I just really feel like when dudes are like that effortlessly funny, when their personality is really quirky and funny, or they can like crack a joke and it's just be chill and it's a vibe, like, I think that's so cute. And funny dudes that like want attention are always the life of the party. Those are cool too, but I don't need you to always be like, oh my God, I'm about to crack a joke, or oh my God, I got still the energy in the room. I've dated some guys that are like, they'll just be effortlessly funny, or their personality is just so quirky and so cute, or they'll just always have the cutest little things to say that are funny. Like, I think that's so cute. It's so attractive, and definitely humor. I don't think I could be with a guy who doesn't have a sense of humor, doesn't have a little knack to be funny, or a little knack to kind of make things light. So that's super important to me. And then, like I said, like, someone who doesn't take life too seriously. I really think life is super short. I feel like, if you guys see some other videos, my goal is to really be more present in life. And I think it's so hot when a guy doesn't take life too seriously, when he has a bad day at work, but he doesn't let it just bring him down for the whole week, when he is still willing to change the subject and be like, you know what, fuck it, let's go turn up, let's go pop a bottle, let's go have fun, fuck work, but you know, let's just be human, let's enjoy the experience. Like, I just like somebody who just really wants to just live life and be fun, and not always in the negative, not always trying to bring the vibe down. You know, someone who also doesn't take life too seriously can also help uplift me. And I think that's just so hot when I'm even in my dumps, and then a dude is like, you know, Jay, don't think about it like that, think about it like this. Or have you thought about it like that? Someone like that uplifting spirit where it's like, life, we don't have to let life get us down the way that we do. So I think that is super attractive as well. Like, honestly, oh my God, just thinking about it, I'm like, oh my God, if I had all these things in a man, or even half these things, y'all, oh my God. It just gets me excited. I am doing too much right now, but like, y'all, just talking about this, I'm like, woo, Jared, take a breath. I'm getting hot and bothered, like, seriously. But yes, y'all, so those are my top 10 turn-ons, y'all, as a gay man. Please be sure to drop in the comments. I really want to hear from you guys. What are your turn-ons when it comes to men, and not physical? Leave out the physical. I want to hear about the personality traits, the ideologies, the characteristics, how their mind works. Let me know, what are those things that turn you on when it comes to men, or when it comes to anybody in general. I mean, even if you're attracted to women, let me know, what are those things that turn you on when it comes to people that you're attracted to, when it comes to their mind, when it comes to their philosophies on life. Let me know. As I said, I think these are ways that we can continue to create this positive aura and this positive spirit about dating and about meeting people that will be right for us. We are on this journey together, y'all, to connect, to build community, and be better for ourselves, and be better for the people and the partners for our future. So with all that being said, guys, please do not forget to subscribe if you like this video. Like I said, don't forget to comment, like if you enjoyed this, and I will see you guys on the next video.